Hello, my name is Zoe. I'm 21 and a volunteer at Trustlink's Learning Together programme, and this is my story. At 13, I was injured in a running accident, and a few months later, I developed a rare and incurable chronic pain disorder in the left side of my body. The condition also, unfortunately, leaves me with some other lifelong complications. As you can imagine, after my accident, I became obviously quite depressed because I lost the ability to do anything. But at school, I was constantly bullied, and as a result, I became even more depressed and extremely anxious to the point where, at around 16, I developed panic attacks that eventually became non epileptic seizures. And every single time, I was rushed into hospital 4 or 5 times a week. I became completely exhausted and overwhelmed with everything, and as a result, I completely lost my motivation and joy for learning. All that time, I also had no idea that I'm autistic, and I wouldn't be diagnosed until I was 18. So eventually, my parents, seeing how stressed I was, decided to just pull me out of school and study from home. Around a year later, my mum signed me up to Trustlinks to try and get me back out the house. And I wasn't expecting much because I'd been failed by so many other mental health services at this point. However, I joined the Learning Together programme, and I would say almost immediately I began enjoying the wide range of activities that they offer there, like arts and crafts, days out at the Sea Life Centre, and in particular, definitely meeting therapy dogs. I found myself suddenly more willing to take part and learning how to work well with others again, whilst also learning and being given the tools to help me cope with my mental health. Now, I will say, I think a lot of this credit has to go to the staff there. They always helped me with anything I needed during a session, from something as simple as not being able to understand what was going on or something someone had said, to if I had a panic attack during a session. They never made me feel like an inconvenience. They were always there to help me, and they were always there just to listen if that's what I needed, which unfortunately I'd never had before. Nobody ever judged me for anything there. And eventually, after a lot of hard work, me and my family noticed a definite change in my mental health. I stopped having panic attacks, and I've been seizure free for 3 years now. I'm also back in education, and I attend college to study languages, and I enjoy it very much, which is something I couldn't have said at 17 years old. For this, I think I must give some credit to the staff at Trustlinks. So eventually, when I finished my second term at Trustlinks, instead of being told that someone else has got to come onto the programme now, I was asked if I would consider coming back as a volunteer for the Learning Together programme, and I think I almost agreed pretty much immediately because I knew I wanted to give back and help others. Since I know what it's like to feel like an outcast and suffer from the constant anxiety and bullying people have surrounding school. So I became a volunteer because I wanted to try and help the people who are going through those tough times and hopefully just make them see that it will get better. It's going to be hard, but it will get better. Anyway, that's my story, and thank you for listening.